So this be a sort of continuation of the demo I started last week. I started a little setup with an orange and some glass and this jug last week. I had to go at this morning, and I think the darker background wasn't showing up, so I'm going to just do it against some lighter background. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing a bit better. We've also got, if anybody wants to use any of these flowers, one of the students this morning has left them for anybody to use, so we've got some nice tulips there to use. The other thing I'll mention is Southend Art Club, we've got our exhibition this weekend, which is at Chalkbrook Hall on Saturday and Sunday. If anybody wants to come and have a look at the Art Club exhibition, that's this weekend. So Chalkbrook Park, Chalkbrook Hall. Okay, so with something like this, I start by painting the background, which I've done a little bit of here. There's a bit more shadow in places. But as I'm painting, really the colour of the board is the same as the background, really. I don't need to go into too much. Perhaps just a little bit of shadow around the lines. So just a bit of shadow around here. Turn that down a little bit. I think that'll do for that. And then with painting glass, the way I tend to go about it is to just paint. What I find is when I'm looking at glass, what I'm seeing is this particular one is slightly tinted. It's slightly green glass, so I'm seeing a lot of going through the glass. What's beyond like a little bit of a lime background colour. But I'm also seeing areas where there's some shadows, and then there's other bits that are reflecting lights and things around the room. So it's a mixture of looking through and then bits being reflected. So I find that the easiest way to work that is to just get some colours. Start with an overall colour. So I just mix a slightly greeny colour for the overall colour of the glass. That's slightly darker than the background colour. Maybe a little bit darker than that in places. Tiny bit darker there. Where the two boards meet is about there. And a little bit lighter there. We'll go up to on Boulder Court in a minute, just work that bit, and then further down, just get some sort of colour. Down. So this is acrylic, so it will dry quite quickly. I could probably paint a certain amount of wet paint into that as well. So that's a good base colour. I think while I'm here, I'll get some colouring for the lime, which I'm obviously seeing some of the lime here. So the colour of the lime, obviously green. It's quite a nice, strongish green. I'm adding a little bit of brown and yellow to a green that I've got in my palette to make it a little bit close to the green I'm seeing. Something like that. And then looking through the glass itself, I think it just goes a tiny bit lighter. So I'll just add a little bit of this lighter mix in. Just trying to see a slight tonal shift in the greens I'm seeing there. And the other thing it does is that appeals to me about the glass is it distorts things. You get a slightly different shape. The edges don't quite line up. So in this case, it seems to come a little bit lower and a little bit higher, and then it dips down. And then the whole shape gets squeezed out to the point here. So that's something like the shape I'm seeing. And then to work into the glass itself, just go for a slightly smaller brush. I've got some areas where there's a bit more shadow, like here, slightly greyer shadow, and then there's this bottom bit is a stronger green, bottle bottom. Make that a little bit stronger in there. And then after that, it's seeing some highlights and some shadows. So some really sort of darker greens. So along the bottom there, it's got a strong shadow. And here. Comes into the corner there. And a nice strong shadow there. Might make it a tiny bit bluer, maybe slightly purpley on the side. Some sort of strong shadows here. Down there. And the same on this side. That's a little bit too wide. Narrow that down a little bit. Same sort of thing this side. Some darker bits kind of going through here. So the rim here is quite dark. A little bit of shadow on the shoulder. A little bit of light in there, but still a shadow. And that comes out, the same here. A little bit in there. There's some shadows that the lime itself is casting, a little bit in there. Yeah, a little bit darker than that. And then after that, I think the highlights, just areas where lights are reflecting, windows are reflecting. So just doing that. Pale line here. Some lights reflecting across there. Let's find a slightly sharper brush. Let's go to a smaller brush. A little bit here. Some in here. So it's really, training yourself to observe where the lights and darks are. And one I've missed is just inside here. There needs to be a shadow just in there. So that's how I go about sort of painting something like that. Just really observing, the way it changes the colour altogether as background, just a tiny bit. Then darks, lights, slight variations. Is that okay? Enough for today? So the silvery bit, that'll be the same. Maybe I'll tackle that next week. Similar sort of thing, but it'll all be all reflection. Whereas this is a mix of looking through and other bits reflecting. Any questions? Good to go. Right, okay.